Hello and welcome. This is Japan, and this is actually the second time that this video is going to go up on the channel because I did the video, posted it, and yeah, there was no sound. I had like a bunch of stuff, and it all got messed up. So I'm a little bit behind it on like uploads in general because it's like I had a bunch of stuff, and a lot of stuff was already done, ready to go up there, and then yeah, I have to re-record all of it, and then I went on vacation, so that did not help. So we're back at it, and we'll be at a much better pace of everything coming out now that yeah, hopefully it's all fixed. I'm really hoping so, especially if I'm recording right now and it's not. So I had done the video on the tier list of who I thought was going to dethrone every women's champion right now, and so I figured, yeah, I want to still make that. I still had ideas. I'm just also putting one more link because I wanted to put the speed championship up there too. And yeah, so we're gonna start with the two mid card titles, and then I'll go with the speed championship because my brain instantly forgot who I was putting in there. So let's start off with the United States champion, Chelsea Green. She hasn't had too many like crazy feuds. She's been feuding with Meacham and BFAB. I think they're solid feuds. I mean, a lot of people haven't liked it as much, but I feel like the women's SmackDown division is a little rough in some areas because like I think there's a lot of good wrestlers in it, and then the mid card is kind of lacking because everybody else is towards the top. I think taking Bailey away from that whole division too, I think really made it suffer. I think we're gonna get somebody like Roxanne Perez or something like that to go in there, which honestly, if we knew what brand Roxanne Perez was in, I think she'd be the front runner to win either title. I think she would be better off to win the IC title than the US title just because of her history with Lyra Valkyrie. But if she's available to SmackDown, she should be the person to dethrone Chelsea Green. But because that is kind of a long shot because we absolutely don't know if she's going to do it, we have to pick somebody else. And there's, like I said, very few options. So I'm going to go with Zelina Vega. I believe that the vignettes that they've been doing and all that type of stuff, I think kind of show that they're probably more than likely going to pick Vega at some point. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I just feel that yeah, they if they're gonna pull the trigger on Zelina Vega, this is the time to do it. So I feel like she might win that U.S. title very very soon. She does. Chelsea Green does have a mystery opponent this Friday on SmackDown from when I'm recording this, so that could easily be Zelina Vega, or it could be some completely out of the blue where maybe somebody from NXT maybe getting a shot at the title, which would also be kind of cool, just kind of out of the blue, somebody that just go out there and have a good match with that doesn't necessarily have to win or lose. Next up, we have the speed change. Or I'm gonna go, I guess, yeah, the IC title first. Obviously, Lyra is about to defend this against Dakota Kai as soon as when I'm recording this is Sunday the 23rd. So tomorrow, Sunday the 20th or Monday the 24th is who she's facing. With is Dakota Kai. I honestly don't think Kai takes it here on this fin. It would be kind of out of the blue to be honest because Lyra hasn't really had the title for long and she hasn't really cultivated many feuds, and it would be kind of just out of the blue to me. I really feel like there's a lot of women out there that could possibly take it from her. Me personally, I feel like she should hold on to it all the way until WrestleMania. My number one choice would be, if she is returning, would be Asuka. I feel like Asuka could have that title and it would give her something to do when she comes back, and that feud could be really good build up, and Asuka could finally have her WrestleMania moment. That could be a really cool idea. I think like Kairi Sane also would be pretty solid as a wrestler. I don't feel like they ever really give her like the flower she deserves, so I don't think she'd necessarily be in there. And then another person I think that could be a very good option for either the U.S. title or the IC title is Alba Fire. Obviously, Isla Dawn was just released, or her contract was not renewed, and this could jettison her to being towards that single star. So those are my top two picks. I do prefer it to be Asuka just because I am an Asuka fan. Plus, I think it would help the title. My feeling with the mid card titles is either should be carried by somebody younger who's gonna have a bunch of matches and a bunch of feuds, or if you're gonna give it to somebody older, have them build it a little bit to get a little bit of name recognition on it. And from going from Lyra to Asuka, I think would really help. It would help, hopefully Lyra propel her towards even higher in the card. But again, it all has to be done correctly for it to work out. So then we'll go to the Speed Championship. It's honestly one of those things you don't really see defended or pretty much anything. I'm just gonna go shot in the dark. I'm gonna go Ivy Nile. I feel like she's been pretty solid, and I think like something like this would be a good start to see where she would be. I could also possibly see like somebody like Shayna Baszler getting that opportunity, just having. There's not much that they've been doing, and with PFC missing Sonya Deville, her or Zoe Stark could be a decent option to put in this area of the speed fans to get some extra matches and to see what they want to do with her. Next up, we have the tag team champions. Honestly, I feel like it's going to be kind of out of the blue. The legitimate tag teams like Kaden Carter and Katana Chance and like Lash and Jakara down there, I don't think will be the next ones that get the title. I think they will get destroyed, or like not destroyed, but like beaten by a different team. Now, they do have a match with Liv and Raquel, and I honestly could see Liv and Raquel taking the champions, taking the champs, or like taking the belts off the champs, because like uh honestly it would fit for the story if they're going to try to really build that Liv and Raquel was the one that took out Jade, and they could set this match up and like set like after them to try to get their titles back at WrestleMania, and then that's when Jade comes down and reveals who attacked her, either being them two or being them two, and that could build some decent momentum into like the new year of PLEs and stuff. But I think that's the only team that's hovering around those titles that actually looks like they could legitimately take the titles off of them. Then we got Liv, or not Liv, Rhea Ripley. Honestly, it's kind of a wide open thing. I'll be completely honest. I don't believe that she loses the title to Io at the elimination right after the elimination chamber. Me personally, I'm still kind of under the thing. I haven't put it in my prediction video because I haven't filmed it yet, but I'm kind of feeling Liv might win the chamber to make it that she's going to face Rhea again, and then she'll cost Io that match right afterwards because she wants to face Rhea and not Io, and by doing that, they'll have no other choice to put Io into it to make it a triple threat, because I think that three would be the best match, and I think it also would have a lot of pump up, because like the thing is, like if you have Liv and Rhea again, you're really that rivalry and that time leading up to WrestleMania is not going to be as fun, but when you have a triple threat, I think you could have a lot more stuff. So I do eventually think that's where they're going. I don't think Rhea loses it there, but I do think eventually at the moment, the champion that does defeat her will be Io, but I think it will be a little bit down the line, maybe towards like SummerSlam if they're going to do something like that. Plus, that's so far down the line, anything could change. Next up, we have Tiffany Stratton. Now, it kind of all signs point to like Charlotte Flair beating her at WrestleMania. I really hope that's not the case. I think hopefully they're building up Charlotte to be such a big boss fight that Tiffany defeats her. And I honestly, I would feel like you throw a lot of people after that could be in her way, like that people that are like really big and established stars that she takes out eventually to, even if she loses it by SummerSlam or something, that she could actually have a pretty solid reign. I feel like a returning Becky Lynch might be the one that takes her title away, but like at SummerSlam next year, I don't know. I really feel like I think Tiffany might survive WrestleMania and go from there. I could possibly, it's really hard. I really feel like one of the titles will flip, and I would have anybody bet even like a couple months ago that it would have been Tiffany's, or whenever Tiffany won like a month ago. But I'm more and more feeling like Tiffany should and like retain and go through. I do feel like Charlotte Flair is going to be up there to take a title if it's one or the other at some point. Like my natural progression would be Tiffany, Becky, Charlotte if you're going to go some type of thing there. But again, I'm not really sure because that's a lot of time in the future. So tell me what you guys think, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.